Welcome to the Expert in You podcast, the show for professional entrepreneurs, experts, authors, speakers, coaches, and consultants who are ready to elevate their business, expand their influence, and boost their bank accounts. Join us as we dive deep with industry-leading experts who share their top strategies, invaluable insights, practical tips, and personal experiences to help you achieve extraordinary growth and success. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills, stay ahead of the curve, or find that competitive edge, this podcast is your ultimate resource for unlocking your full potential. So tune in, get inspired, grab your coffee, and let's unlock the expert in you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. And I am so excited for my guest today. I have Deanna Maio with me today. Deanna, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, we are excited for you to tell us how to maximize time, how to really leverage time and even team. So that is what this show is going to be about today. So Deanna, before we dive into some juicy things, why don't you just tell everybody in 30 seconds a little bit about your backstory and how you got to what you're doing today?
Sure thing. So when I started my business, I had a lot of the same challenges as everyone else does. I was trying to do it all myself. I was working way too many days in the week, sometimes every day, and way too many hours. And what I realized was this was not going to be sustainable. And so what I did was I looked back and I went, okay, when have I been in this situation before? What do I really know will work? And so I decided to start an internship program in my business, just like I had done in my prior job. That job was teaching leaders, managers, how to manage their time and get great results from their team. And I thought, oh, this is all just the same. And when I started applying that in my own business, everything changed. I got so much more free time for my personal passions, like making music and theater, playing board games with my friends, going out and seeing live music. And I was a lot more fun to be around. I was not nearly as stressed. And I was giving opportunities to other people who wanted an opportunity to be a part of something bigger than themselves, the people joining my team. And then very quickly, I realized that other business owners wanted these systems, the tools, and the mindset that I had adopted. And that's what I've been doing ever since.
That's great. Yes, you cannot climb the mountain by yourself. You cannot hit levels of success by yourself. It takes more people, right? A lot of people think just because you're an entrepreneur, you should be able to just do it all, or a business owner, you should be able to do it all. Actually, I think business owners are better about building teams and managing their time. Entrepreneurs are the worst. And I think a lot of times it's because they have all these tools available to them, or they're kind of automated. And they think that because of that, they can keep their business just them or with a very, very small team. And that makes it difficult for them to really get to high levels that they maybe dream about.
I'd add in that they also think I can't afford it.
You can't afford not to.
Can't afford not to. That's right. If you really look at the numbers, if you really look at what your time is worth, you're actually wasting potentially thousands of dollars every year on doing things yourself.
Yes.
You could do it for far less and enjoy it.
Right.
It's one thing if I can do it, but it drains my energy. It leaves me in a negative state.
Mm-hmm.
It's a completely other thing if I can give it to someone who actually enjoys doing it, because they're going to do a good job. And especially when they are provided with expectations and guidance for how to hit your expectations. And then you are free to be doing something that only you can do, right? Strategic planning or visioning or meeting with potential joint venture partners.
Right.
Those are things that only you as the business owner can do.
Right. So, driving the revenue, driving the sales. Yes.
Yeah. Why would you keep a task you could pay someone $10 an hour to do and do well, when you should be billing far, far, far more than that for your time?
So let's talk about what were some of the first things that you did when you kind of figured this out for yourself. What were just a couple of really quick action steps that you took and that people can take right now to start them on this path?
I started with a virtual assistant for a certain amount of hours every month. And I made sure that I knew what I wanted them to do for me before I hired them.
And what were some of those things? Can you share?
Yeah, sure. Really anything that required copying and pasting, moving
Okay.
from one system to another, where
Mhm.
maybe a Zapier or another automation tool wasn't available. I often have them just proofreading things, which, now with us having so much access to artificial intelligence, I probably
Mhm.
wouldn't hire someone for that again. But
Right.
what I did then, because this was 17 years ago.
I did that way back then too. I had to get editors and people
Yeah.
to do all of that. Yes.
Graphic design was another one.
Yes.
While I fancy myself a creative, I don't know that I have the best eye for things like that. And so that was an area where I would have people join my team for a specific
Mhm.
project, either to create the concept for an image, and then I'd choose between a couple of different concepts, or to take that concept further and put it into the different kinds of formats that I needed for social, for email, for video, etc. So those were a
Right.
couple of things that I started with. And really, my advice to my clients always is, if there's something that you need done and it's probably a 1 or 2 times thing, hire an expert.
Mhm.
If I need to build a website, I don't know how to build a website. Why on earth would I
Oh
try to
my gosh.
own a skill when there's someone else who could do it and enjoys doing it and is going to be better at it?
Right.
Than for those things that I just really drain my energy. Anything detail oriented, it's
Mhm.
not my gifting.
Yes. Well,
And
you did
so
say you sing and you have all this creative side to you, this artistic
Mhm.
side. So what do you think stops people besides the money thing? Okay, maybe they have the money. What do you think stops them? I mean, I know my ideas, but what do you think stops them from really wanting to hire?
They think that they're going to lose control.
Mm-hmm.
And I will
Or they're
say,
afraid to give it up, right?
right, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
And really, it control's an illusion anyway, friends. So
Right.
you just let go of that now.
Well said.
Right.
Well said.
There are ways to have other people do work in your business where you can get great results.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, these folks who have this issue around control don't know what that skill is. And it really is just a skill that needs to be learned. No one is born knowing how to do it, just like they've learned all kinds of other skills as they've developed their businesses. So it's totally learnable, totally doable. You just have to know what to do. So that's one area for sure. The worry that the results aren't going to be good, or as a result, because the results aren't good, they're going to be losing money because they've spent money to have this person do
Right.
the task, right? Or worse, that they end up taking the task back, which I like to call
Mm,
reverse delegation.
right.
I have to fix the mistakes and do it myself, right? So that's definitely one of the areas.
Sometimes, and I have seen this through the years, coaching many people, I see that they hide out sometimes behind these things because they don't want to get out there and market and sell their business, which is the only thing that's going to grow their business or move them forward, right?
You
But
couldn't
you
be
see that
more
as
right.
well.
Yes, tremendous. This is very, very common, right? I'll have someone write copy for me because I don't want to be doing it. I'm afraid that, I'm putting my own words out there in some way. Now I'm vulnerable. And the fact is, your business better than anyone else does.
Right.
A good copywriter is going to pull that information out of you before they start writing for you anyway. And unfortunately, most folks that identify as a virtual assistant, they don't have that skill set of what a true copywriter can do. And now
Right.
AI, oh, that's a whole nother talk show, right? Because people
Right.
expect great
Right.
results, but garbage in, garbage out.
Hmm.
And it doesn't know what you know. It's never going to have felt the feelings that your
Right.
clients have felt, and the joy that comes from having finally found a solution. That's the stuff where we need their unique insights as the business owner. And a virtual assistant is just not going to know that.
Hi, friend. I have an exciting announcement. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Expert in You podcast, but I have to ask you, have you checked out the latest issue of Expert in You magazine yet? It's jam-packed with rich content, powerful strategies, inspiring stories, and so much more to help you elevate your business and personal growth. Don't miss out. Go grab your digital copy now and join our community of experts making a difference every day. Go to expertinyoumagazine.com and check out your digital copy today. Transform your expertise into success with Expert in You magazine. It's not just a publication, it is a movement. So tell us about a really great client result where you help them sort of get some of these pieces in place. What were some of what happened?
So one of my clients, we'll call her Alicia, she came to me, she already had people on her team.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was working remotely, as is often what happens in our world, right? We're no longer in the post 1950s World War II management area where everyone works in the same building. We all want to work there for the whole rest of our lives.
Right.
So she said, I don't really know what, we'll call her Joanne, right? I don't really know what Joanne does every day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty big problem. And so we instituted a very short beginning and end of the day tool I like to call the start of shift scoop
Mm-hmm.
and end of shift epilogue,
Mm-hmm.
where she was asked to say, here's what's my priority for the day. Here's what I'm going to work on. Here are my challenges or where I need support. So then we built the skill of how to give specific instructions
Mm-hmm.
and set expectations. And
Yeah.
actually, we used a tool that I've developed called AI Delegator Pro to do that, which actually writes your delegation instructions in seconds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that she could be clear and specific because she thought she was being clear and specific.
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem with humans.
Right.
Putting myself in it as well.
Right.
That not everyone reads the way we read, thinks the way we think, speaks the way we speak, and knows what we know.
Yes.
So while Alicia thought she was being clear and specific about what she wanted, she hadn't provided an example.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she realized she wasn't going to get back what she wanted, she had a decision to make. Do I want to bite the bullet, feel uncomfortable for a little bit, learn the skill of how to deliver constructive feedback so I can get what I want? Or do I want to ignore it, which feels easier, but then the problem continues and probably gets worse? Luckily, she chose the right one. She chose door number one,
Uh-huh.
on helping her build the skill of giving feedback that actually can be heard and
Mm-hmm.
received, where there's no defensiveness, where offering constructive feedback is as benign as saying, please pass the salt. And she started to get the results that she wanted, very clear understanding what her team member was working on so that she could better manage the resources she had among
Mm-hmm.
the team.
Awesome. So what if you were going to give one takeaway from
Mhm.
this show that people could go and do right now that would make an impact in their business, what would that be?
If you have someone on your team, record yourself doing the task you're doing already anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and then give that video to your team member. You can talk through in a short period of time any questions that remain for them and allow them to start training on how to do it for themselves. I call this the on-book rehearsal. Like in the theater world where I spend a lot of time, when you're on book, you're holding your script in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
I need that security blanket. But eventually, I don't need the scripts anymore, and I could do the work without it. This is
Right.
how we delegate for the development of our team. And if you don't have anyone to delegate to yet, I actually think you probably do. You probably have a children or a partner or a spouse, or even a colleague that might be willing to trade tasks with you. They do something that they like for you, you take something that you like for them. And if you're beyond that, it's time to look into hiring someone that can help you, even if it's just a couple of hours a week. And then during that time that they're working, you focus on the tasks that only you can do in the business, the things that require your focus to grow it to the next stage.
That's a great takeaway for people. So what are your big goals, Deanna? We're about going into 2025 as we're recording this. What's next for you in your business? I love to inspire the audience.
Thank you. Well, I certainly have personal goals that I'm working towards. I've just joined a new band here and I've moved recently, so I'm in a new area and that's a lot of fun. And I'm actually writing 2 one-woman shows right now with the help of
Wow.
some AI. So I look forward to getting those produced or producing them myself really in 2025. And so that'll be very exciting. And then professionally, just helping more women business owners all around the planet to understand not only do they not have to do it alone, they're actually damaging themselves, their own mental and physical well-being, as well as the potential for the business by doing it all themselves. And so we're looking forward to rolling out some new resources, some new AI tools to make everything faster and easier so that they can actually be present with their passions and the people they love during their off hours, instead of letting their thoughts continue on, oh no, I have to remember that automation didn't get set up and this email needs to be proofread, and oh gosh, I got to remember to get back to so-and-so.
What is your favorite way to bring in clients for your business?
I love to speak and do interviews just like this one.
Yes, that's, to me, speaking and selling is ideal to grow and scale your business. Yes. So are you hoping to get on more shows, more stages next year?
Absolutely.
Build your influence.
To that end, one of the things that I've been working on, which will launch in January, is the Women Business Owners Network of Southwest Florida, where I live. So I've created a networking organization that will also include education and community support, and have a give back to an organization in the community that supports women and children, so that I can build a local network here, but also help other business owners in my area to be able to connect and not feel so alone.
Yeah, I love that. So that will be a live, that would be like a live networking group that you're going to have.
Yeah, we'll have a live in-person mixer or networking meeting once a month. There'll be a virtual one as well. So if you didn't get enough or you couldn't make it to the in-person one, there'll be educational events every quarter and a bunch of other goodies as well.
Very cool. That's great. So exciting. All right. So you gave some great takeaways. I can't thank you enough for this. How can people get a hold of you?
Well, it just so happens, if it's all right with you, I've arranged a free gift after
Absolutely.
I wanted to make sure to offer something to folks who could, take what I've given and take it even further. And it's my checklist on how a virtual assistant can help you get more done and make more money. And so everyone can hop on over to Deanna.live. That's D like delightful, EANNA.live /VA-checklist to get their copy. And I'll have really useful tools. And if you already have someone on your team, this will help you with your next hire, whether they're a virtual assistant or not. And that way you've really thought through what you need, what the benefits are, and it'll get you excited and motivated to take future action.
Very cool. Yeah, we will put that in the show notes as well. And do you have a book, Deanna?
I do have a book. It's available on Amazon. It's GPS for Success, and I co-wrote it with Dr. Stephen Covey, Dr. John Gray from Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and one of my most favorite motivational speakers, who I actually watched videos of in my 20s when I was doing door-to-door sales, and that's Les Brown.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you. It has been so much fun having you on today. And I am going to ask her to do something she did not know I was going to ask her to do, but she has an amazing, beautiful voice. And so I'm going to let her close this out with hearing her sing. So Deanna, take it away.
Thank you. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see.
Woohoo! That was awesome. Thank you. Beautiful voice. All right. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks again. And make sure you tune in for the next episode. Have an amazing day. God bless you, and go rock your business. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're as excited as I am about scaling up your influence, business, and bank account, then I have just the thing for you. But first, make sure you subscribe to the show. Second, make sure you share it with someone you care about, because sharing is caring. And third, head on over to join me in my next free virtual exclusive workshop, where we'll explore proven strategies to boost your business and maximize your potential. Look, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you're looking to take your business to the next level. My workshops are designed for you. So head on over to expertinyouworkshop.com to reserve your spot and get ready to transform your expertise into extraordinary success. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and helping you achieve incredible growth. Until next time, make sure you're always seeking the expert in you, and God bless. Have an amazing day.